Alright guys, so today before we start our lesson, I want to get started with a quick and easy Kahoot. So everybody open up your Kahoots.
Bless you.
Bless you. Alright, this is on single step equations. This is a review for you. So I'm giving you 2 minutes right now to open up your Kahoot, get in, get set up. It is this one right here. Ready to join? Here's your PIN, 793-4821. So you have 1 minute and 40 seconds. You should already have Kahoot open. So before we even get started on today's lesson, we are doing a quick review. I will get you your little Band-Aid.
Thank you.
Yep. So I'm going to put it in quickly. One more minute.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome. What should I be? Unicorn.
It's only going to be 5 questions. It's going to be quick.
Answer.
Alright, 30 seconds. What am I still waiting on?
People who are eating.
Alright. Right now, everybody's in, so we're done early. Alright, so let's do this real quick.
Why are you eating, Lesso?
Alright, let's do this properly.
Okay.
No yelling. Alright, let's see how you guys do. Solving single, you can use that, yes, as your scratch. You need it. Solving single step equations. So your first one is x plus 5 equals 10.
I'm blind. What?
X plus 5 equals 10.
What is that? Wait, it's negative 5.
Wait!
We're solving for x. Alright, you good. Alright, let's do another one. A couple of you missed it, but overall that is very good. Next one. 13 equals x minus 6. We're solving for x.
No, wait. Oh my god. Stop. I did the wrong. I did it wrong too, I think.
We'll find out.
I did it Okay, so 7 plus 6 is 16. I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong, guys.
Alright, next one. Let's all try this one. X minus negative 5 equals 23. This one has a negative.
I don't need it. I got this. Watch. Let me cook. I know it's first going to be a
Let's see
negative.
you cook. All of you should be cooking.
Should we?
Marcio, what did you do?
I don't know how to cook.
Let's do this on our own. Alright, looks like you had some problems with the negatives. How many of you are confused by the negatives part? A couple of you? Okay. I can see why that's confusing. Alright, next. Actually, before we move on from that, let me work through that with you. If you have x minus negative 5 equals 23. X minus negative 5 equals 23.
Hold on.
All you have to do you see those 2 negatives there? How I learned it when I was taught in school? They said that if you have 2 negatives next to each other, you can connect those, draw a line in the middle, and it becomes a big plus. So now you have x plus 5 equals 23. And then how would we solve from there? We add,
No, you subtract.
subtract that 5, that gives you 18. So that's what you do when you have negatives. And now, let's try another one here. Negative 13 equals x plus 2. We're dealing with negatives again.
Feeling competitive. I think it's 15, but it's
See, much better. That was much better. All right, go on. All right, next.
We all have that.
So far, Luis is doing the best. Good job, Luis. All right, last one. The word problem. Mike has 33 cards and gave Don some. Mickey has 15 cards left. How many did he give to Don?
Oh, you better be ready.
How many did he give to Don? You need to use that paper to write down the numbers. You can. Read down the equation.
No! I put 15, it was.
All right, let's come back together now. Let's get rid of this. All right, so now that we've warmed up a little bit, did pretty good. Now that we've warmed up, let's look at today's lesson. Today's lesson, I put the objective on the board. Let's read it together as a class.
I can't see, hold on.
In 3, 2, 1.
I can
Analyze the structure of multi-step equations and identify inverse operations to solve them.
Yes,
All right, yes. Could have read it a little better, but that's okay. All right, let's all pay attention now, because now we are starting the lesson for today. So let's look at that objective. There's a couple of words here, but there's at least one word in here that I want to go over. This word right here. Inverse. Inverse. Does anybody already know what inverse means? Anybody else? No? Inverse is the same as opposite. It's the same as opposite. So what would be the opposite of adding? Subtraction. So it's the opposite. Does that make sense? Does it make sense, Emmanuel? Yes, it does. All right, so that's what inverse is. It's whatever you're doing, it wants you to do the opposite. Next one, there's a couple other words. Not in here, but that we will be using today. Another one, isolate. To isolate something. Does anybody know what that means?
They put it by itself.
To get it by itself. To get alone. Yes. Get it alone. We move. And then the other one that I wanted to go over, last definition, coefficient. Coefficient. Does anybody know what the coefficient in an operations is? Yes.
Is it like the number right next to the
Next to the variable?
Yeah.
Yes. It is whatever you are multiplying by, the number that is in front of the variable. So we all know what that is. So now that we know what those things are, I'm going to help you guys with a few equations. Let me get rid of this right now. So we're going to start, I have it written down right now. My table's in the way, otherwise I'd use a whiteboard, so I'm just going to write it big up here on the board. So let's all work together on our white sheets of paper. I want you to write these down so you have these as examples.
Okay.
So we're going to start with 5 times x.
Here.
You all have a pencil? Okay.
Just try it.
5 times x minus 1 plus 3. What do I have right here? 5 times x minus 1 plus 3 equals 28. So that's the equation we are starting with. Now that we are doing this, let's go ahead and close our Chromebook so we're not being distracted. Thank you. 5 times x minus 1 plus 3 equals 28. So we know when we're, so this, see how this is multi-steps now, not just the same as what we did on the Kahoot where you had like one step to do for each one to get to the x. Now, we're trying to get to this x right here, all by itself. We're trying to isolate that x, right?
Yeah.
So if we're trying to isolate that x, let's look at this. We have our equation right here. The equals is right here. On the left side of that equal, what do you guys notice? What's one of the first things that jumps out to you? Anybody? What does it want you to do first? The parentheses. That's what I was looking for. The parentheses right there. So we already know that we're going to have to distribute. We have to use the distribution property. So that is multiplying. Anything outside of this parentheses, that's what we're multiplying on the inside here. So first, 5 times x gives you 5x. Minus 5 times 1 gives you 5. That plus 3 stays the same because it's outside of the parentheses. Equals 28. Now, the first thing that we can do, we always want to combine like terms. So things that are the same, we want to connect together. Right, Estrella? Just pay attention, please. So that 5x, do we have any others with x's? No.
No.
So that stays the same. 5x stays the same. Can we combine these two numbers? Yes, we can. We have -5 and +3. When we combine those two, that gives you -2. And then that still equals 28. So we have 5x minus 2 equals 28. Next, we're still trying to get that x all by itself. We have this -2 here. So what would be the inverse, the opposite of -2? What would we do if we're subtracting? What does it want us to do? Positive, to add it to both sides, right? So we add 2 here, which means we have to add 2 here. That now gives us our 5x by itself equals 30. But that x still isn't all by itself. So we have 5x equals 30. If 5 is being multiplied now by x, what is the opposite or the inverse of multiplying? Division. Very good. So now we have to divide by 5. Both sides. So that now gives us x all by itself, and that x equals 30 divided by 5. What's 30 divided by 5? 6. Very good. There is your answer.
I thought 30 divided by 5 is 20.
30 divided by 5 is 35.
Oh, I thought you said minus.
30. That's great.
Estrella.
Very good. Okay, does anybody have any questions about how that one works through?
Can you like?
When you break it down into smaller pieces, it's pretty easy. It just looks kind of scary when you have it all together there. So now let's do another one. We're doing one more here. The second one that I have. Where is it? Here it is. I'm doing. Actually, I don't like that one. Let's see here. I have it here. Here we go. So we're doing 3x plus 2x. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. 3x plus 2x minus 5 equals 25. So, let's look at this. We don't have any parentheses this time, right? So we don't have to distribute anything. But, do we have like terms?
Yeah.
We do. What are our like terms? The 2x and the 3x, yes. So we can combine those. 3 plus 2 gives you 5x. The minus 5 stays the same, equals 25. Now, we're still trying to get that x alone. DNA and Estrella. Second one. Next one I'm separating here. 5x minus 5 equals 25. We're still trying to get this x by itself. So now we add 5. Because the inverse of negative 5 is positive 5. Add 5. That gives us 5x equals 30. X, so we're trying to get that x by itself, right? So if you're multiplying 5 times x, what is our inverse? What is our inverse of multiplication? Division. So yes, we divide by 5 here. 30 divided by 5. That gives us what? 6. X equals 6. Next, let's see. One more before I have you guys do it together on your own. All right, last one here. I like it. 5x minus 7 equals 3x plus 9. So now we have two very similar equations on both sides of the board, or on both sides of that equal sign. So, what should I do first? Anybody want to volunteer? Melissa, go for it. On the left side, what do we want to do? Which of these is bigger over here? So we want to get this. All right, so this one's a little more difficult, right? So let's look at this. See how we have 3x and 5x here? That 3x is smaller than that 5x, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract 3x from both. To get those x's by themselves, here now I have 2x minus 7 equals 9. So now I have the x on that left side where I want it. Because we're trying to get x on the left side, we want it on that left side, because you're solving for x. So it's going to be x equals. So that's now, we have x equals, because over here we had an x. We had to get it away from this side, because this side is what x is going to be. Does that make sense? So you always want the x over here. So now we have 2x minus 7 equals 9. We have to use our inverse operations. So we add 7. Now, we have our 2x all by itself equals 9 plus 7. You said it? You get that? 16. 2x equals 16. We already know our opposite is dividing by 2 now. That cancels out that 2, gets x by itself. What is 16 divided by 2? 8. So we know x equals 8. Do we have any questions about these? All right. I am going to write down 3 equations. I'm going to write down these 3 equations right now. We're going to start with, here it is. So hopefully you took good notes, because those will give you the steps that you need. So for your guided practice, you're going to work with your groups or in partners with your groups, however you want to do it. You do not have to do this by yourself. I want you to work together on this. Isabella, please close the front book. Guided practice, we have our first equation, which is 2 times 3x plus 4 equal, or 3x plus 4 minus 5 equals 3x plus 11. So that's very similar setup to that first one we did together. Number 2. 6x minus 4 plus 2x equals 3x plus 12. Would you open that for me, please? Thank you. And then our last one is 8x minus 3 equals 5x plus 9. So these are the 3 problems that I want you guys to do together. I am going to give you guys 10 minutes. I will be circling around, seeing how you guys are doing. I want you to do these together. I have them written on the board. You have a piece of paper right in front of you. That's where I want you guys to do your work. I'm giving you guys 10 minutes. I want to see everybody working together. If we get done early, we will move on. Let's get started now. We can work together. I know you guys kind of know what you're doing already, though. Very good. Yes, very good. Perfect. Yep. Distribution.
Well.
Where?
Perla, are we doing our work?
I'm telling you, what is 2 times 2? Huh? What is 2 times 2? Hold on, I'm ready. 6x.
Do we know what we're doing?
Yeah.
So we slide into your group so you can work with them. How are you going to work with the group? Do one first, because then you do the rest.
It's
You know what we're doing? Yes. What are you doing? You gotta get started. Get started. There you go.
I think I need a new paper because right here won't fit everything on
You
the
flip it
slide.
over.
How about that?
Flip it over. You got plenty of space right there.
Yeah.
What do you help with?
This is
So what did we do on the first one? The first one we did earlier. Yes, what did we do first? What was our first step? Parentheses, yes. So it's 2 times 3 yes. It's 2 times 3. 6. So we have 6x plus, now what's 9 times 2? You have to multiply those 2. So what's 9 times 2? You know what, I'll tell you a trick we do next. Have you ever done this with your fingers? So with so what this does, so you're multiplying 9 times 2, right? So I'm going to count on it. I'm going to put down that finger right here. How many fingers are on this side? So that would be your first number. Right over 1. And now how many fingers are on the other side? So now that's going to be your 8. So what is 9 times 2? 18. So you have 6x plus 18, not 9. That's a 9. What is that? Oh, Henry looks different. Alright, same principle. So you have 6x plus 8. Because 4 times 2 is 8, so 6x plus 8 minus 5 equals 3x plus 11. Look at this. 2 times 3x. 6x. 2 times 4 plus 8 minus 5. This equals 3x. That's when I thought that was a 9.
Also, the 8.
So it's 8. 6x plus 8.
How do you know that's a 9?
It looks like a 9.
How? It's just like that.
Because your guys' hand.
Look, it's just like that.
Alright, how are we doing over here?
We need help.
You need help?
I literally answered all your things. Number one.
Hey!
I answered your question.
Yes.
I know what we're doing wrong.
Thank you. What do you need help with?
I'm a genius. I know number 5.
Yes. Number 1 is 2. So how do you do it? So did you look at the first example we did the other class?
Yeah.
Is it 18?
What did we do on the first step?
So get the X. Yes, sir.
So that was from 2 times 3x plus 4 minus 5 equals 3x plus 1.
If he doesn't understand, then how will we understand? So, then 2.
Be right there, be right there. 2. That 2 has to be combined into what's in the parentheses, right?
Yeah, ladies.
Let's see if that. And you're helping me with that. So our first step, on our first example, we did together as a class. We would distribute the parentheses first. So you have to distribute that 2 into the parentheses. So what is 2 times 3? 2 times 3.
No, it's 6.
So you have 6x plus. What's 2 times 4? That minus 5 doesn't change because it's not in the parentheses. Equals 3x plus 11. Now you have to get those parentheses on the same side. What side do you want x's on? What side did I say earlier that we wanted the x's on? On the left, yes. Thank you, Emily, for paying attention. Some of us really not. So you want to get those x's on the left side. Here's that question. Right there. 2 times 3x. What's 2 times 3?
You did number 3?
X there. So 2 times 3x is 6x. Right now 6x. Not 6. You go to the next one. It is 3, 6x. 2 times 4. Minus 5, right now the parentheses equals 3x plus 11. Now you have to solve from there. Think together. Can we see we got a question? Number 1 is 8. So we get 6x plus 8 minus 5 equals 3x plus 11, right? So let's look at your steps. So you did. This is 6x. 6x plus 4, right? So that 2 has to be divided by 4. So what's 2 times 4? Is that a positive or a negative? Why did you put a negative?
Wait, I was the first.
Oh, this is your second one. I see. Oh, I see. You didn't. Those aren't your steps. I see. So let's see. So you have 6x. Yes. Plus 8 equals minus 5. So now you have to get that x's together, right? So you have 3x over here. Combine those, because 8 minus 5 equals 3. Plus 3. So now 11, right? So now we can subtract those 3x equals, right? That's not good. Now you divide by 2. Very good. Alright, we are just wrapping it up. Isabella, why do we still have our computer open?
Equals 3.
Thank you.
So I know this.
Just another minute and a half. A lot of you are doing very good. Some of you were not paying attention when I was going over the steps. Yes? Have you asked your whole group? This is a group project.
Huh? It's 4. That's 4.
Oh. I'm trying to find that.
No?
My stomach. What did he do?
Let's 2 times 3. Right? So this, you multiply that 2 times this, and that 2 times this. So that's 2 times 3. 6x is 2 times 4. Plus 8. And the negative 5 stays there. What side did I say you wanted that guys?
Alex, right? But I was organizing the thing.
You're solving for x. So what side of the equal sign do you want plus 8. Minus 5. Minus 5.
Well, you could have done it. You should do it first. Before you like do it first.
11. So now you can solve for whatever you need to do. Good. All right, so now that we're done with that, I want everybody to open up your Chromebooks.
I just closed my cover.
I have not asked you to open it yet. Now we are opening up our Chromebooks. Shh, let's all pay attention because I do not want to have to repeat myself.
Yes, sir.
In your Chromebooks, we are going into period 4. We're going into period 4, all the way down. That very last thing. Can anybody help her with what period I just asked you to say? Period 4. Shh. This is why I ask you to pay attention. Shh. Thank you. So now, once we're in period 4, all the way down at the bottom, it says lesson 1 exit ticket. Let's click on that link. And it opens this up. Multi-step equations.
It's not
It's not published. Let me see here. You were right. It's not published. Now it is published. All right. So give it just a second. It will open up. So what you're going to do, you're going to open that up. You're going to put your name down. Question 1 is your name. I want to know who you are.
Well, you should already know who we are now.
Not if you don't put your name on your work.
I do that.
Then
It's not on here.
you only have 2 questions. Give me that a second. Let's all be quiet for a second. You only have 2 questions. The first one is 5 times x minus 1 plus 3 equals 28. And your second one, 7x plus 4 equals 3x plus 20. Then you solve for those 2. That is it. Just those 2. Do you have any questions? Just answer those 2 questions. You can use your scratch paper to do the work, and then I just want you to write your answer right here. I do not need you to show me your work on here. You can use your scratch paper. Let's put away our brush, please. Not right now. So we are doing these by ourselves. Shh.
So, like, if we don't finish it,
There's 2 questions.
if we don't finish it, we don't eat.
Let's go ahead and do those 2 questions. Actually, you know what? I will take a break for a minute and then we will do those 2 questions.